So many students and graduates are confused because Germany is moving into two directions at the same time. Today, we are turning this week's mixed signals into a practical strategy for your career and student life in Germany. Let's start. Right now, Germany's labor market is sending completely mixed signals. On one side, Andrea Nahles and the IFO Institute are warning that the skill shortage is becoming a bigger problem for Germany's economy than unemployment itself. But at the same time, fresh graduates are facing one of the hardest entry markets in years and struggling to get real offers. So how can Germany desperately need workers and still reject new graduates? Here's what's actually happening. Companies aren't short on degrees. They are short on people who can perform immediately. Universities still focus heavily on theory, while employers want applied skills like tool knowledge, workflows, and a real problem-solving mindset. Here's what this means for you. If you're studying in Germany right now, a good GPA alone isn't enough anymore. Your advantage comes from pairing your degree with practical experience, like gained from work student jobs, internships, and projects that look like real work. And on your CV, stop listing subjects. Translate your education into concrete skills you can deliver from day one. That's how you can escape the graduate trap. Now, a warning many students are ignoring. At Technical University of Chemnitz, similar to what I shared for University of Hamburg 3 weeks ago, the administrators are facing a massive multi-million euro deficit and have openly said it's becoming extremely difficult to keep normal university operations running. And while this story comes from Chemnitz, it reveals something bigger. When universities come under financial pressure, the first thing that often become unstable are student assistant jobs, research roles, and departmental funding. So, if you're relying on campus jobs to survive financially, that income may be less secure than it was. Here's what you can do instead. Start shifting out of the university bubble. Target corporate work student roles and industry internships early. They are often more stable. They usually pay better and they make you far more employable after your graduation. Another harsh reality about studying in Germany. A new report shows first-generation students often feel completely lost, not because classes are too hard, but because nobody explains them how the system really works. The exams, registration rules, what professors expect, the unwritten academic culture, and if local struggles, internationals often feel it even more. The German university system assumes total independence. Not hand-holding, no reminders, no rescue. Here's what this means for you. Learning the system is part of your education. Your biggest accelerator is networking early. With high semester students, student councils, mentors, and academic advisors. The students who succeed fastest aren't always the smartest. They are the ones who decode the system quickest. And that independence is exactly what German employers expect from you. And here's a very important update for students. Germany is also seeing more scrutiny around how student status is used. In Thuringen, some universities say they can't reliably tell how many people are enrolled only for student benefits like cheaper transport. And the incentive is real. Semester fees are often around 300 euros and can include the Deutschland ticket. But staying enrolled long-term without progress is getting harder with stricter performance rules and possible long-term fees. The message is simple. Student benefits exist to support real study, not to replace a career plan. And courts are reinforcing that logic. A recent ruling made clear that enrolled students generally do not have a claim to Bürgergeld, even if they say they are temporarily not actively studying. Another court case also cut off Wohngeld for a long-term student in a second degree after dozens of semesters, pointing to personal responsibility and the expectation to finance living costs through work. So don't build your life around loopholes. Build it around skills, legal income, and employability. Now, let's kill a dangerous myth about safe shortage careers. A new report shows many young doctors in Germany are losing trust in the profession itself, overwhelmed by training conditions, pressure, and broken structures. Why should you care if you are not in medicine? Because it proves something crucial. Even in shortage fields, the reality on the ground can be exhausting and unsustainable. So don't choose a degree because Germany labels it in demand. Before committing years of your life, research yourself. How long people work, what burnout looks like, and what real career progression feels like. Demand matters here, but working conditions matter just as much. So, this was this week's Competitive Intelligence from Germany. Share it with your friends and consider subscribing. And I'll see you next week. Tschüss.